Hello there. Hello, friends. Hello, sailors. Hello, travelers. Today we have an amazing podcast with Juan Rodriguez from Virgin Voyages. Hi, Juan.
Hey, Orit, thank you so much for having me.
I was so excited when we spoke about this to get this podcast
Yes,
going.
yes, finally we were able to, lock it in.
Right, huh? Finally, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so I'll just give a little bio about you and then we can just go on from there. Is that okay?
Awesome, I love it.
Okay, so Juan Rodriguez. He's a seasoned hospitality professional with a decade of experience across the travel and the tourism industry. Originally from the Dominican Republic, Juan's career has spanned diverse roles within airlines, hotels, cruise lines, and food and beverage. Sounds a bit like me, Juan. After completing his studies at the University of Central Florida in the States, he currently serves as the regional sales manager for Virgin Voyage, overseeing operations in South Florida, Puerto Rico, and Mexico. So there, I have a couple of questions for you, Juan, and we'll start from there.
Awesome, awesome, I'm ready.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
this,
Let's
this
do
this is so
this.
much fun.
I know, I love it. Look, it was one of my things at some point to I like start a podcast or something. So this is like a great like getting my
I mean, you're
feet
my
wet
first
type of thing.
guest, so I love it, and it
That's
was
I
all,
love it. Yeah, let's do this.
Okay, so what sets Virgin Voyages apart from other cruise lines in terms of experience and innovation?
Well, that's a great question, Ori. One of the things that we set out to do when we set out to sort of like launch this, amazing cruise line, it was really to turn ordinary experiences into extraordinary experiences. And we were sort of looking for the perfect fit for us because like what was out there wasn't really what we wanted to do. So we broke apart from the traditional cruise line. So one of the things that I always love to say is, think about your traditional cruise line. Whatever it is that you know about it, just toss it out the window, right? So because we are
Totally.
completely different, right?
Right.
And that's what we set out to turn ordinary experiences into extraordinary. And one of the things that sets us apart is that we are adult by design. So we're an exclusively adult cruise line. Uh, and yes, no kids, no kidding. So there are no kids on board. You have to be 18 and over to sail, and it's just an exclusive adult environment on board, and it's really really good. And you actually had a chance to experience this part of our cruise line, Ori, which is that boutique glamour. So we like to
Totally.
say that we're basically a super yacht with the feel and the vibe of a boutique hotel at sea.
Definitely.
So that is, sort of what kind of sets us apart a little bit. And the last portion of this is that relaxed lux. So that relaxed luxury, where we sort of like play with the contrast, and we don't have the stuffy formality from that traditional luxury cruise line, where everything feels kind of stuffy. You have a dress code and all this type of stuff. Well, we sort of took that out and toss it out. We don't have a dress code, so you can kind of come as you are. If you want to wear flip flops and shorts to dinner, that's totally fine.
Right.
Um, and um,
That
and then
reminds me of
also,
me on your boat.
yeah, right. Just be comfy, right? Be comfy. You can wear
Totally.
you can even wear your PJs on board. It's so totally fine. So that's kind of we play with that contrast. We also don't have buffets. Everything is made to order, and it kind of brought to you. You can actually even pick it up, and we have so many things that we don't have that stuffiness and formality of things of that traditional luxury environment.
Totally.
And that
Okay.
was a long drawn out answer to what you
But it
asked.
was perfect. It was a perfect answer. No, but it's true. It's everything I thought of. I grew up thinking, oh, cruises are all for old fogies or whatever. But there was people there from the age of 21 to I think 86, 87. I met a man, and it
Yeah,
was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
yeah, that's what.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we do. It's just a totally come as you are environment, relax, and actually also luxurious too.
Exactly. That's my next question. Like, how does Virgin Voyages cater to the luxury travel market, especially for the first time cruisers?
Well, we're actually like really good, and I wanted to show you this portion of things, mainly because we're actually like the perfect cruise line for a first time cruiser. And the reason for that is because we're not your traditional cruise line. Like, it's just like you said, like, you thought old cruise lines were like old fogies and kind of
Right.
thing, and you had to like wear a
Sorry, old
jacket for
fogies.
dinner.
And order
You
a
had to
gown.
wear, yeah, or yeah, wear a gown, and just wear a tie or a tuxedo. Yeah, that does sound kind of fancy, and that does sound kind of cool. But I think kind
I
of
mean, I
like
even
with
wore this. Sorry, I even this is my Virgin Voyage sweatshirt. I mean, I even
well,
wore this
I
in the
think we're
restaurants.
matching.
I had to wear it for the show.
Yes, yeah. So look, one of the things too is that like when it comes to that first time cruiser, there's a lot of things to expect. There's a lot of things um to sort of think about whenever you're coming in. Do I have to pay for this? Do I have to pay for that? What's included? What do I need to do? Et cetera, et cetera. So we sort of like brought it in a way to kind of bring that always included luxury, for that specific sailor that's looking for this, right? So we went ahead and included all dining, including specialty
Right.
dining. So, you don't have to pay extra to go to get a steakhouse, to go to the steakhouse, to go to the Korean barbecue, or any of that type of thing. So we included everything. Yes, there are some items that are going to be at an extra cost at the restaurants, like like your tomahawk steak, like your seafood tower,
The
kind of
seafood tower,
thing,
yeah.
right? That's going to be at a cost, but that's normal. Um, so
And
we
it's
went
worth every
ahead.
penny.
Exactly, right? It's worth every penny, and
Right.
it is actually cheaper than going to a traditional steakhouse here in America. So,
Right.
so that's part of it. Also, when you're looking at things about that nickel and diming or the guesswork of the tip portion of things, so we went ahead and included it there. So there's no guesswork. We took out all the nickel and diming, all the just kind of like math out of it. We just took it out, and we included tips in the voyage fare. Also, we included group fitness classes for those who need to kind of have that workout in the morning or in the afternoon. Also, shows and entertainment are included, of course, and you have your essential beverages. So all your sodas, all your waters, either mineral or sparkling, your non-pressed juices, your drip coffee and tea are included, and they are unlimited, so you don't have to worry about um, sort of just kind of like, oh, I can only have one diet Coke or something like
Coke, you're
that.
right, right.
Yeah, you don't have to worry
Yeah,
about that type
I
of
took
stuff.
advantage of that, of the Coke.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, and actually, like even like Coke Zero too, which I was very surprised that we had. And then finally, we have included our basic Wi-Fi, because here at Virgin Voyages, we like to say that Wi-Fi is a basic human right. So we went ahead
Definitely.
and added it to the voyage fare, so you actually get one device per sailor, and they can just sort of use it for all your basic Wi-Fi needs.
I mean, it's amazing also for digital nomads that you guys
Yes,
have this
yeah,
new package and now. That's amazing for
yes,
them.
yes. I do have to say,
Yeah,
like, if you're a digital nomad, I would suggest to get like to upgrade for the
yeah,
higher speed or the premium, because this one is like I mentioned, like this is very basic. This is for your text messages through WhatsApp, or if you want to just
right,
go
right,
quickly on Instagram and just look at something and all that, like that. That's how that would be how it would work.
right,
Um, but if you need that Zoom call, basically what we're doing now, if I didn't have the premium Wi-Fi on board, I wouldn't have been able to do this with you,
right.
right?
Okay,
So
right.
just kind of like just a little bit of like a little,
I upgraded also to premium. I used like
yeah,
the Sailor Loot, and I got the premium, which is
yeah,
great,
yeah.
and
That
it was fast.
that's
It was fast.
it's fantastic. And also
Yeah.
just to add, I just wanted to make sure to add two things, Orit,
Mm.
two things, and that does also cater to that luxury to that luxury sailor, and it also attributes to that first time cruiser, is that we're new, right? Like we're not new anymore, because we started sailing in 2021, but
Hmm.
so we basically have about 2 to 3 years doing this, do it like sailing, I would say.
Yeah.
But in this whole time, we have won back-to-back awards with one of the most prestigious travel organizations out there, which is Travel and Leisure. We actually won number one cruise line for 2 years in a row. So we won
That's amazing.
2023 and now 2024. And we recently got this one, which we were voted number one for the second year in a row by Condé Nast Traveler as
You deserve
the
it. I deserve it
yes.
100%.
Thank you. Yeah, so it's one of those things that we're super proud of, and it's all thanks to the support that you guys bring over to us. Sending your sailors over, you guys sailing yourselves. It's completely amazing.
Totally, totally. Wow. No, it's amazing. I mean, I can't say anything. It sounds strange, but I can't say anything bad about it. It's like, and I'm biased, but I'm not biased. You know what I mean? So, okay. So, what role does sustainability play in Virgin Voyages operations? Like, how do you balance luxury with eco-conscious practices?
That's fantastic. And actually, I have something specific about this,
Oh, good.
because we are very sustainable. So, one of the things that we did when we sort of started with the cruise line is that we wanted to make an epic sea change for all. So that's one of the things that we set out to do, and it was to become sustainable and not contribute to the to just kind of waste and pollution and all that type of stuff. So we got rid of single use plastics on board, so there's no straws, no disposable water like those plastic water bottles. We actually encourage everyone to bring a refillable water bottle, because we do have
Okay.
water stations all over, and then you have some carafes of water in your room, and also like straws and things like that. We got rid of all of those, and then also we also contributed to the buffet portion of things, where we did um the like we didn't want to waste food,
Hmm.
so we also just sort of said, hey, you know what, there's a lot of waste in that portion of things, so we
Right.
really kind of like emphasize that on it. So sort of some of the things like that we got rid of, like condiment packets, shopping bags, food packaging, stirrers, and then the takeaway coffee and teacups, right? So all of the items that are on board for the takeaway coffee are recyclable, and
Hmm.
and and
Yeah, I
and
noticed
also
that.
like, yeah, exactly. So you notice that, and then also we have the mugs, and also and just to kind of like it's a personal thing for me. If I'm drinking my coffee, I prefer to drink it out of a cup,
Right. Me too.
versus drinking it out of a cardboard
Paper
type of.
cup. Yeah.
It tastes better,
It's
right?
common. Of course.
Um, so we basically just emphasize that use of recyclable and reusable materials across the entire ship. And then as a sailor, you have we gave you access to that complimentary filtered water, and sparkling water, and then also we partnered with Clemion, which is a Sweden-based technology company, with the goal basically to significantly reduce carbon dioxide emissions by converting engine waste into clean electricity. And we
Oh.
also signed an agreement with Scanship, which are the providers of advanced waste management systems. So basically, together, they're exploring the development of potential game-changing technology that could basically one day significantly reduce ocean discharge by turning waste into energy.
Wow.
And here in Miami, actually, we have kind of like our very own. kind of like rechargeable port for electricity, so
Oh,
that yeah, yeah. So
so
for
it
the
goes on the
ships,
ships. Oh wow.
correct. Yeah. So it basically you just it's amazing. So if you ever come down here to Miami, there's like this whole thing out in the port that you can sort of connect the ship, and it's really really a cool thing to see.
No, like you mentioned about the buffets, I really like that it's not a buffet also because in the in the buffet type ships you see everybody piling up the plates with they're gonna eat 2 eggs but they'll take 6 eggs or they'll take 5 potatoes or things you're never gonna touch it. And when they give it when it's right,
It's a sample. It's a
right.
sample, not a meal.
So they give you portions. If you want more, you can go get more. And I was never in line. I think maybe once I was in line for breakfast, maybe once. I
Yeah,
never saw
it's
any lines there in the not in the buffet in the what's the floor called? I forgot
the galley.
the galley.
Hmm.
I was There was never a line in the galley, and the ship was full. It was jam packed full, and you couldn't. It was comfortable. So I finished
Yeah.
one portion. If I didn't like it, I'd take another portion. But I didn't go and I pile it up.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like don't get me wrong. I mean, you can
Yeah,
sort of like just get up again and get more.
that's
It's
what I did. Yeah,
totally
if, you know,
totally okay.
or
Yeah.
you don't know if you like it, if you don't like it, so you don't take five of them if you don't like it.
Yeah. And the cool thing also about the galley, I think the galley and just for everyone listening, the galley is our kind of like our take on the buffet. So it's
Right,
basically like a large room that has different food stations ranging from everything from salads to
anything you
sandwiches
want.
to yeah ramen soup, basically anything you want, even burgers, right? And it's open for there's one station that's open 24/7, and then some open, and then the rest of them open for breakfast and lunch, and sort of that mid afternoon snack type thing. But basically, you have you have sort of like you can see what they're doing out there.
Yeah,
Like you can
everything is
see, yeah,
full on. Yeah,
yeah, full on. So if like one of the things I was really amazed by was the they have like an Appa store, um, kind of like a meat tower type thing
yeah,
to
yeah.
talk about it, which is the like our taco place, and they actually shave the meat for your tacos al pastor, which is delicious. I mean, it's
Right,
really really good.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
Everything was good. Everything.
yeah, yeah. It was great.
Unbelievable, but true.
As you won't go hungry on board,
No,
not at
that's
all.
definitely not.
Uh,
Here we were just talking about it. I mean, you can add some things. Can you just share some insider tips for making the most out of Virgin Voyage cruise from dining to entertainment?
oh my gosh. Okay, so just to kind of start with dining, right? One of the things that our ship on board is we're really really well known for our food. So when you're talking about dining, one of the things that I would suggest is to sort of like, obviously, I'm gonna always direct them to you, Orit, to
Right.
kind of have them talk to the person who has experienced, the menus and all that type thing
Definitely.
and all those type of things. Yeah, right. It just to kind of talk to you about it. But you have two options when it comes to reservations on board, because um, our specialty dining do
Oh, the wake.
require yeah, right. The wake, and I'm going to
Best
talk
brunch.
about
Okay.
yes, the best brunch on board.
Right.
But you sort of like would like to make a reservation, or you don't. If you're like that type of an adventurous sailor, like you don't know what you want to eat every day,
Right.
right? And you have options.
Like me.
So exactly right. So you go on board and you're like, oh, you know what? I'm not gonna make a reservation. I'm just gonna stand in line and see which one I can get to today and see what I feel like eating.
Right.
But if you are a planner, we do have options for you as well. So you can
Hmm.
make reservations up to 45 days prior to the sailing. And not to worry if you cannot find any, you can always walk in. And also, when you go on board, you can go to we have a dedicated space for those who did not get a reservation that would like to make some reservations. They can go in there and talk to our dining team, and they can kind of set you up for the
Right.
remainder of the ship. But talking about specialty dining, um, the wake is fantastic. So if you want to have like that fancy dinner, this is where this is the
I'm
one where
dying here.
you
I'm looking at this screen. I'm dying.
yeah.
The
um,
seafood tower I'm thinking of. Okay.
yes. Yeah, this is the one where you would want to dress up for, right? Because
Right.
this is a nice, like a very fancy one, right? Or like
Right.
this
It's the
is
most fan. I think it's the fanciest besides the Italian one, maybe.
maybe
Borderline. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would I would I would say this is the fanciest one
The
on board.
fanciest. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, so this one is open for brunch and dinner.
Mm.
It is, absolutely amazing. So this is where you can get some steaks, you can get some seafood and all kinds of really really delicious things. Don't miss the bread though. The bread is like,
Yeah.
oh my god, yeah, that
It's
bread is
funny. At least
fantastic.
we have the same taste. Huh? No, it's
um,
good. It's good.
but and Nori, I think you get to go to Gambay?
Yeah, that I went twice. I went on the first
Wow.
cruise to Gambay and the second one.
Oh my god, isn't it
Yeah, that,
amazing?
that was an experience. That was everybody has to have that experience. Everybody has to.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
one of the things I love about Gambay is that it's very social.
right,
So our tables are about six like six sailors to one
right.
table, and basically it's meat
Yeah, I sat
and
at the table right to that of that
oh,
table.
on the other one, right? So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's so this one's basically meat and veggies on the grill, but you also have a la carte. Um, like a la carte items that you can order, like besides the meat
right.
and veggies on the grill. And then we play like a really cool a drinking game.
Game, right.
Uh, did you lose, or either did you
I
win?
know, no, of course I didn't. No, I think the first time I won, and the second time I lost. Yeah.
I
You have
lose
to
all
go.
the time.
It's a very social. It's a very social, and make sure whoever you're going with is social. Because the first time I was
Yes.
with friends and social, it was great, and the second time I didn't have it. I got the reservation mixed up, type of thing, and I had to sit with people I didn't know. I mean, it was great. I loved it. The people were nice, but they were not into. They weren't expecting the game, you know. But it was that's part of the
Ah,
whole scene, you know. And
yeah,
I tried.
exactly.
I
And
was trying to convince them. So
yeah,
yeah.
and the experience also is loud, and it's like hyper social.
Right.
It's fun, right? It's like
It's a fun
you're
evening. Very fun evening.
exactly you get out of there like hyped up, and it's like, oh my gosh, yeah, let's do something else, and let's go listen to music or something like that. There's a lot of like really cool things that you can do with Gambay.
And the
And
food,
then
everything I had like I told her, give me one of each, and she just brought me like half the menu.
yeah,
And
absolutely, yeah, you can totally do that in every
I
single
can't
one.
even tell you which one is the best because they were all so good. You know, the friend was saying, "What should I order? What should I order?" I'm like, "Just order it all."
Yeah, that's totally like what you do. You totally just order everything, and then you sample it
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
And
yeah. Razzle dazzle.
Razzle Dazzle is also another amazing spot. It's kind of like our place for our vegan vegetarian sailors to get that little bit um, of food. This one is open for breakfast,
The
brunch,
brunch is
and
also good.
dinner. Yeah, the
I had
brunch is
brunch there.
fantastic. Yep. And I love the avocado toast here. The avocado toast is fantastic here at Razzle Dazzle, and it's just really really good.
I had the
Um,
watermelon there. I don't know what do they put on the watermelon. That is
oh
so
my
good.
god! Did you
This
share
they
it? Did
put
you have it in
no.
yourself?
I didn't share it at all. Every time, every time they brought it, I was like, I want another one.
Oh my
And
god.
the bacon. Oh my god.
Oh yes, that bacon was
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
And you know what's funny? That did something really. We actually did something new with Razzle Dazzle. We have included a brand new evening menu called Razzle Dazzle by Night. So the menu
Oh, okay.
changes. Yeah, so the menu changes for the evening versus the traditional. Before we used to have the same menu all throughout,
Uh huh.
but now we sort of changed it, and now it's a new menu in the evening. So it's basically like like it's like a kind of bold twist on your America's favorite dishes. So you think of like your chicken wings, think of your chicken sandwich.
I think
Um,
I had that because I went there on the with the solo group.
mm,
I was in they invited me to the solo group, and then we had a whole
mm,
solo dinner on the first night. Yeah, I think it
yeah,
was the first night. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Well,
So
uh,
that
yeah, like
is
tell
that
me about your experience with that, Ori, because I would love to
that.
hear that.
First of all, I love traveling solo. I'm a solo person. I mean, I like going with friends also, but for this, it was my first time. I wanted to check it out as a travel advisor. So I said I have to be myself instead of concentrating whoever I was with. So I went
Mm-hmm.
solo, and you're invited to when you arrive on the boat around 5 or 6. I can't remember the times. There's like a solo meet, and that you get champagne, and you meet I forgot the name now. People from the cast,
The Happenings cast. Yeah,
the
yeah.
happenings cast. You meet people from the happenings cast, and then they invite you to dinner, which isn't the razzle dazzle, and they open up a WhatsApp group. So if you are alone and you want to join people, some people want to be really alone, but if you're alone and you want to join people, you can join people. So we got messages all night long, all week actually. Hey, I'm in the razzle dazzle. Who wants to eat? Hey, I'm at the wake. Who wants to eat with me? Hey, there's a bingo. Who wants to go play bingo with me? And that's what it was like. It was nice. At least you had somebody you can contact if you wanted to be with other people. You had somebody to go with,
That's
and
amazing.
it was nice. It was people from all walks. I had flight attendants there. I had elderly people. I had young people. It was anything you want. Anything you want was in the group. It was a nice group.
That's
It was really.
amazing. I love to hear that. That's
I'm actually
incredible
in touch
because
still with two of them, with two out of the group.
you see,
I'm
you
still
make
in touch.
friends.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
WhatsApp is like amazing. It's like it's really
Yeah.
really nice. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Hmm.
And speaking of like new experiences that you have, Test Kitchen is kind
Yeah.
of like for those like adventurous eaters. This one's only open for dinner, but it's kind of like a lab. And basically, what it is the chef takes you through a whole culinary, a whole molecular gastronomy experience. So you can see there on the picture,
Right.
everything is kind of meticulously done. Everything's fresh, of course, and experiential, and it's also like a social experience in one. So it's like a little bit of all of it all together. They tell you a little bit about the menu. They tell you what the ingredients are, how it was made. So it's total on some like a submergible experience type of thing.
Right.
And the great thing also is that they have, and this is what I would recommend, they have like a wine pairing portion of things. So you can pair the wine with the food, and it just sort of turns it on like really, really nice.
Wow. Oh,
Um,
I don't think I did the wine part when I was there. I can't remember. No, I don't think
yeah,
so.
yeah. And they also have like beer pairing and cocktail pairing. So it's like, ooh,
Ah, okay.
yeah, yeah,
I think
exactly.
actually, you know what? I think I did have the cocktail pairing. I had the cocktail pairing.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
nice.
yeah. Yeah, that was great.
Ah,
That's fun.
and then of course you have your traditional extra virgin, which is
Oh
our
wow,
Italian restaurant, right? You have the beef
the carbonara. Oh my
carpaccios,
god.
yeah, the carbonara. Like they have like an oxtail ravioli also that's fantastic. So yeah, it's a really good one. It's your traditional, kind of like you can't miss with that one. And it's that sort of thing that you expect from an Italian restaurant. One of the favorite things, if you're a coffee drinker, they mix the coffee with the ice cream, and it's like
Oh,
an
I didn't see
like
that. Yeah.
affogato. Oh my god, they have like a little cart that they go around for dessert time, and then you have the ice cream. They serve it into a cup, and then they pour the coffee on top of it. It's like,
Oh, I
and they
missed
put
that.
toppings. Oh, you have to go back. Now you have to go back.
Definitely.
um, and like one of my favorite ones is pink agave. Pink
I can't hear
agave,
you. I
and I don't
can't
know
hear you,
if you.
Juan.
Oh, sorry.
I'm
Can you
sorry.
hear me
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. One of my favorite ones is pink
Yes.
agave. Pink agave
Definitely.
is like, oh my gosh. So pink
They
agave
have a good
is
steak.
our, yes. They had, oh my god, the steak is so good. So
Yeah.
it's basically like an elevated Mexican cuisine with a little bit of virgin flair to it. So you have like a lot of options. You can order the entire menu, which is what I do. Um,
Yeah,
you order everything. Just order everything
right.
and just eat it. Right? It's fantastic. Calories don't count when you're on vacation. Don't worry about that.
Actually, people I'm
Um,
in touch with, I met in the Pink Agave. That's funny.
yeah, yeah, and also we have one of the largest tequila selections on board,
Wow. Yeah.
tequila and mezcal.
Mm.
And on certain nights of the voyage, Pink Agave turns into a lounge, which is like sort of like they start, kind of play music. The DJ comes in, starts mixing in there, so it's really cool. And then of course, look, it's not all just um,
Restaurants.
specialty dining. Yeah, right. Do you also have
What
different
it is?
different
No, no.
places?
Yeah, I always I sat a lot in the doghouse. I sat a lot in the
Oh,
evenings to see the sunset.
oh,
That's really
that's
really
isn't that
cool.
the best spot?
That's the best. Like they have the mezza, the Greek mezza they give you, the Greek tasting thing
Yes,
every night at
yes,
5 o'clock. That's where we would meet the solos in the WhatsApp. Who's coming to the doghouse?
yeah,
And the
yeah, and
ice
it's
cream. Oh my god, the ice cream.
the
And
ice
if you're
cream
a
is
pizza
fantastic.
fan, the pizza is open 24/7. No, I think no. Yeah.
No, from 2 a.m. to sorry,
So
from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m.
okay, yeah, I know it was
Yep.
late. I remember I went really late to the pizza place, and that is like
Yes. So
the
after
best
you had
pepperoni
your
pizza.
fun and you dance the
Right.
night away, you go and carve up with some pizzas. And also like one thing, and I'm sure you noticed this when you were on board or eat,
Mm,
the pizzas are made to order.
yeah.
So you see the guys like the crew sort of like like massaging the dough, shaping it up, putting the fresh ingredients on there. So it's a really delicious thing. You can also grab a salad here, and a lot of cool things. And if you're like me that you need to have your coffee in the morning, or if you're looking for that special cappuccino and stuff like that, we have our very own grounds club
Right.
that does kind of go into that specialty coffees. The social club is really cool to hang out, to get some popcorn, to get hot dogs, to get like a little
Gummy
snack.
bears. I had gummy bear. I was a
Gummy
gummy bear hoarder.
bears, yes, yes, yes.
I
Um,
sent a couple to the cruise. A couple last month was it?
mhm.
And I was like, "You got to get the gummy bears." You got. He's like looking at me. He's like, "What? You're sending me on a cruise for gummy bears?"
Yeah, yeah, the gummy
That
bears,
was
and
funny.
it's funny. I noticed that they actually
Mm.
switch it in between days, because one day they had gummy bears, right? Just gummy bears,
And then
and
the
then the
fish.
other
I
day
didn't like
they
the
had the
fish.
fish and the
Yeah, I
gummy
didn't like the
bears.
fish. Yeah, yeah,
I love the
right.
fish. I love the fish.
Yeah,
So
they
good.
stick to me. It's
Uh,
just stick. I don't know.
yeah,
I love
that's
gummy bears.
that's the favorite part. That's the best part about it. They stick to your teeth, and then you're just like yeah. Um, but then you have like another spot here. We also we have plenty more. I'm just highlighting some.
Right,
We have the Sun Club Cafe,
right. The bowls,
which
right?
is
The
yes,
bowls.
the poke
Yeah,
bowls, the bao
yeah.
buns. Those are, I think that's the best kept secret on board.
It is. I didn't
Um,
know about it. I found it by accident, by total accident. I found it.
and
I don't
it's
know how
so
I got.
good.
I was going for a walk, and all of a sudden I got hungry, and I'm like, "Hey, what's this place?"
Yeah,
And
yeah, it's so good. It's
yeah,
so good. And then I know you mentioned. I want to briefly mention entertainment,
yeah,
because entertainment is a little bit
top of the
different on
line.
board. Yeah, it's top of the line, and one of the things is it's very original, right?
Mm,
We don't have you don't we basically swapped the classic Broadway production for exhilarating contemporary and an immersive entertainment, where
right,
you basically have the opportunity to choose from like a festival like lineup of shows and happenings and things like that. So we sort of like teamed up with uh, with our team, and sort of brought original content for that. Like we have this show here that you see on screen is Persephone, which is only available on Resilient Lady out of the
I know.
only
And
available
the
there.
star broke her leg when I was on the line on the
Oh
boat. I
my
missed
gosh!
it. You told me
No,
whatever you do, don't miss it. And she
yeah,
broke her leg.
ah,
It was either a Sunday or a Thursday, so I said, okay, I'll do the next one. I won't do the Sunday one. I'll do I think it was Thursday, the next one.
yeah, but they canceled, right?
And they canceled it. I was so upset since she broke her
Oh
leg,
my
or broke her
god.
ankle or
Well,
something like that. Yeah.
I guess you have to come back.
Right. Yeah, I
um,
went there on purpose. I was like, yeah, Juan told me I had to see it, you know?
yeah, yeah, no, I definitely this is a must see. But so so this is a very original production. Also, we have something called the Untitled Dance Party thing, which sort of happens all around you. It's so like
I don't
interactive and
remember that.
immersive.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it just basically the show happens all around you. Everybody kind of comes into the middle of the floor and just does the whole thing. It's
Oh, okay.
fantastic, right? And then we have with different places for you to kind of go to. Do have a casino,
Right.
and the Red Room, of course, where we do all of our programming, all of our shows, and it transforms as like a multi-form theater. Voyage Vinyl, it wouldn't be a Virgin Voyages ship if it didn't have music
Right.
involved in there, so you can actually get some vinyl records there,
That
and
was cool.
then when it comes to experiences, I told you that we're a little different, right? So we have our very own tattoo shop on board. It's called Squid Ink. So if you want to get that permanent souvenir, that's part of it.
Yeah, and all the appointments were booked when I was
Yeah,
there.
they
I
book
got a sticker.
fast.
Yeah, they booked really fast. I got a sticker though for my computer.
Ah, that's
I said, that,
cool.
I said, there's no appointment, but I'm gonna get the sticker.
That's cool. Yeah, I like their clothing options and the t-shirts and all that stuff. It's really really
Right.
cool. You also have the PJ party, which happens
Yeah.
on every sailing. That's the first night. We have our PJ party starting at 11 p.m. Um, and then you have the groupie, which is our karaoke private room, and then you have the
Right.
arcade, and then finally you have Scarlet Night, which is kind of like our celebration.
Amazing.
It's
Did you
fantastic.
see my
So
scarlet pictures? Did you see them?
I saw them. I saw them. You look stunning there.
I was Everybody
Um,
was asking for my picture. They thought I was part of the cast. It was hilarious. I was walking with one of the cast, and they're like,
yeah.
"Can I take your picture? Can I take your picture?"
Oh my god.
So I was looking online for them. I couldn't find them.
So one tip: make sure to pack something red,
Right.
a splash of
Definitely.
red,
Everything red.
for yeah, exactly. So it's basically the whole ship transforms into like an epic experience. You get like a lot of like menagerie of delights and epic experiences, like pop-up circus performances, interactive games, karaoke,
It's
myth
great.
telling, and live music, and all kinds of
And
stuff. And it all
champagne.
ends in champagne, free champagne. Don't miss a free champagne.
Right.
And then you everything ends up top at the pool deck with a epic dance party and pool party. So it's really really cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And where we gotten to? Okay. Oh yeah, the important stuff. Are there any upcoming expansions or new destinations that Virgin Voyage is particularly excited about? I
Oh,
heard some secrets.
absolutely, absolutely. So I mean, I would preface this by saying, we only have currently uh, in operation. We currently have three ships on board, three ships in the water. That's Scarlet Lady, who is right now in, kind of doing finishing up her Mediterranean season. Valiant Lady is here in Miami, and then Resilient Lady is currently in the port of Portsmouth in the UK.
Oh,
Yeah, and then she's doing those like Portsmouth to Iceland, one ways, and then kind of Portsmouth to Portsmouth, right around there. And then Brilliant Lady is our newest ship that we announced. She is coming September 5th of 2025. And here's just a quick little detail of where she's gonna kind of originate out of. We're gonna have four inaugural sailings. So the number one is going to be out of New York
New
City.
York City.
That's going to be our first one, September 5th of 2025. Then, after a little bit of time over there in New York City, we're gonna head over to Miami, of course. And then October 17th is gonna be our very first sailing of 2025, and then we're gonna stay in Miami for a little while. Um, until mid March, where we're going to head over to Los Angeles for our third Mermaiden, sailing out of Los Angeles April 7th of 2026. Um, Miami, we're actually when we make our way over to LA, we're gonna pass through the Panama Canal.
Wow.
So it's really exciting. It's like a 14, 15 night voyage. And then we're gonna kind of
Are you going
end
on
it
it?
all. I wish. I wish I
I'd love to do
was.
that. I'd love to do
Um,
that.
yeah. So if once we're going there, we have the once we finish up over in Los Angeles, we're gonna head over to Seattle in May of 2026 to kind of go over to Alaska. So that's really
Wow.
exciting for us. But we're, one of the most exciting parts here is the new destinations that we're going to touch on. So like Vancouver, like Bermuda, like Cabo San Lucas in Mexico, and St. Martin, Jamaica for the first time. We haven't been to Jamaica in all of our
Wow.
time here, so we're actually going to go to Jamaica now. Cayman Islands, and then over in the states, like we're gonna hit places like San Diego, California, Charleston, in South Carolina. I was like, wow, that's incredible.
Right?
We're gonna go there. And then Guatemala, also, and over in Central America, and then Mazatlan in Mexico. So there, we're really excited about this part. But we haven't forgotten about our Mediterranean um, folks. So we have two special voyages, other than the obvious ones over in Europe that we currently have, but this one is the solar eclipse voyages.
Yeah, I
They're
heard about
going
that.
to
That's
be,
amazing.
yeah, it's fantastic. It's going to be, do have to be patient and wait for it, but it is kind of fantastic when it comes to these things. Like for example, we have the 15 night voyage, August 5th to the 20th of 2026, sailing out of Portsmouth and coming back to Portsmouth. But we're going to hit places like different places in Scotland, Iceland, and then kind of back to the UK. But one of the things that I want to highlight here is the little icon here, and I can't pronounce that word or read, so I'm probably gonna butcher it.
Iceland.
Akuyeri, or whatever, however you say that, over in Iceland.
It's yeah, Iceland.
Um,
Icelandic is very hard. The language.
yes, right.
Look at all the
Um,
names. Reykjavik is the only one I
exactly,
know.
exactly, right. That's because that's the where the airport is.
Right.
um, but the cool thing here is the that we're actually going to be watching the solar eclipse at sea.
That is
So if you
amazing.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
God.
amazing, right? So on day 8, we're going to be kind of like in the water, or at that port, or sailing out of that port, looking
Right.
at those things. So it's going to be fantastic to see while you're on the ship.
Oh,
I
it's
mean, that's an
16
amazing.
days.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a 16
No, I
day
saw the
voyage.
price and I was like, what? And then I realized it was 16 days. That's perfect.
Yeah, yeah, it's perfect. It's fantastic.
Right.
And then we have another one. In case you don't want to head over to Portsmouth,
Yeah.
we have one sailing out of Barcelona that ends over in Rome. This is the one that I'm most excited about. Um, we're gonna hit places, some familiar places,
Like I did. Like
like
almost like the same one I did.
almost exactly like the same one you
Yeah.
did, except that we changed the port. For example, in Italy, where we would stop over. I think it's Marina di Carrara. We're actually
Right.
stopping in La Spezia, which is a lot closer to
Oh.
Civitera. Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
nice then.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we have late stays. So if you look at the little moon next to the day, that means that we're staying a little bit later on those
Okay.
ports. But excites me the most about this specific sailing is that day 3, it's a sea day, and that's the day of the eclipse. So you're
That's so
basically
cool.
gonna be at sea watching the. I mean, just thinking about it just makes it's very
Right?
exciting. Yeah, yeah, it's super exciting. So part of the thing is not only just watching the eclipse and stuff like that, because that would be a little boring, right?
I'm sure there'll
But no,
be activities, right?
yes, there's going to be definitely activations on board. There's going to be some like experts talking about like space travel and kind of what it
Oh,
feels like to be yeah, it's super cool. Like all the activations that are coming up there, we have like specialty food items and drinks and things like that to sort of like highlight this marvelous voyage
uh,
here in the like kind of like focusing on the eclipse.
that looks amazing. And
Yeah,
when is that? That is
that this one
on
is
August 10th,
August 10th
2020.
to the 22nd of 2026,
Wow.
and the other one is um, uh, August 5th to the 20th of 2026.
Wow, this is amazing. Juan, I think
Yeah,
we
it's
come to the
fantastic.
end of our thing here, of our podcast. I can go on. What we didn't talk about?
What?
Maybe for next time.
What
The
didn't we
Mega
talk
Rock
about?
Star,
Oh my gosh, yeah. So we got to do a special one for this one.
right?
Yeah, we got to do a special one
Even
for
a shorty
that.
one or something, or
Yeah,
you
yeah, we
know,
can do like a quick little chat about our
closer to wave
sweets.
season, or yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah. We can do it
that
sometime in
is an
December.
experience, and that's like a whole different experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mega Rockstar Quarters is the best bang for your buck. And that's the
Oh,
preview I'm going to give everybody.
sorry. That's it. Sorry, my phone ran off the thing.
It's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
Orit, look, I just encourage everyone to just come on board and just have the time of your life. I think that everybody that sort of experiences coming on Virgin Voyages, that's what they come out of it with. It's
Definitely. I
just
mean, I
the
had the
best
best
time of your
experience.
life.
That's why I wanted you to be first, and I'm really,
Oh,
really happy
thank
we
you,
made this.
thank you, thank you.
And it's a great one. What else can I say?
I
Let me
just
see.
yeah, just
I'll put like in the notes. I'll put notes if you have anything special. Maybe you can send me afterwards. I'll put the links in in my notes of the podcast
yeah,
so
absolutely. Yeah, we
people
definitely
can
have
reserve.
a we can do a special offer for
Okay,
those who say listen to the podcast and want to book with you and want to come experience it on board. For when
great.
what this is, and this is an exclusive, one, exclusive
A
for
one-time
you
thing.
only. Yeah, one
Okay.
time thing, just
Yeah.
for a read, right? Just
Okay.
because we're great
Yay!
partners. Yes, right. So if they book and I'll send you all the details so you can put it on the captions. But if they make a new booking with you from let's say from today, we're gonna give it to the end of the month. If they make a booking with you to the end of the month, they'll get additional sailor loot, aka onboard credit.
Okay.
So so they'll get a little bit of extras there. So depending on the cabin that they pick, whether they pick a insider or sea view, they'll get $50 worth of onboard credit or sailor loot.
Okay.
For sea terraces or balconies, it's going to be 100, and then if they go for the suites, it's going to be
Wow.
200. Yeah.
Wow. 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 Can we make it a bit longer? Because I think this will take a bit time to get out.
Um, we can
My part.
do first week of November. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do it to the first week of November. That's
Okay.
totally cool. Yeah.
Perfect. It was great meeting you, and it was great seeing you.
Same here. Thank you again for the opportunity, and I'm looking forward to the next one.